Bias tape makers. They come in all different sizes, and each one of them has their own job. So if they go from very little all the way up to like to do a tape maker, use the tape maker around a blanket or something like that. So one of the things I love about Clover's bias tape makers is that on the back side they have perfect directions for using this, and they tell you exactly how wide to cut your bias strip. Now you must need a bias strip to go into these tape makers. That's what they're made for. And as I said, each one has their own duty, so make sure that you check out each one of those sizes. You have to have a bias strip of fabric. So how do you get a perfect bias? Well, if you look at the fabric that I'm holding up right here, you can see that there's a selvage edge. Now, I don't have the whole yardage, but you can see there's a selvage edge. So when I fold this like this, and I put the selvage edge right next to the cut edge, can you see that I get kind of like a triangle? So this edge is the perfect bias. And I'm going to show you the difference. This has no stretch whatsoever. Now, bias tape makers are really made for woven fabric, not for knits. So you can see that this has absolutely no stretch whatsoever. But watch when I fold it like this. Can you see now I can stretch the fabric because it's on the bias. So when you're going to use the bias strip, what you're going to do is you're going to cut the bias strip, and I love rotary cutters. It's the fastest and easiest way to cut your bias strip. And once you've got your bias strip cut, you just put it into the large end of the bias tape maker, whatever size you're using, and when you pull it out like this, it will be folded for you. So what you're going to do is to lay this on your ironing board like this, take your iron, and you're going to press it as it comes out of the bias tape maker. So it makes a really perfect bias. All right. Now once you have this, this is the way you're going to finish a cut edge. Doesn't matter what kind of cut edge that you're working on. I'm going to show you just a little bitty pot holder here, so it's a little simpler for you to see. So you're going to open up one edge of that tape maker. You're going to stitch this all the way around the edge of your project. If you look back here behind me, I have finished off the neck edge of this dress with a bias strip. So I've put it through the bias tape maker exactly as I'm doing right now. So you would stitch right here, and then you would fold it to the inside like this, and that is the way you would cover that cut edge. But I'm going to give you a little hint. I don't like to pin all the way around because that makes you have kind of like you pull lines in your bias strip. I like to glue it down. This is called steam-a-seam, and steam-a-seam is sticky, and I've already put it on the box. Let me put it down here a little bit so that you can see it better. Pull this up. So can you see that it's sticky and it has paper on it like that? Now what I'm going to do is to put little pieces like this underneath that fold, and it will hold it in place, and you literally can finger press that. You don't even need an iron to press that down. Take it to your sewing machine, sew on one of the edges, it will catch the other edge, and you have a perfect finish to whatever project you're doing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now it's time to check out the website. Everything is on there. You can purchase the pattern, the book, all the notions I talked about. You can join the Fit Club and check out the classes where I'm teaching. And be sure to follow me on Facebook.